Hey everyone, welcome back to Camp Keyframe. My name is Bas, and in today's video we're going to pick up where we left last time with this FC Underworld logo badge thingy. Designed by Trey Ingram. Go watch the first video where we animate this back part. Let's just turn this main shape off here. Turn the main character off. We animated all of these, this stuff, and today we're going to animate this main character and finish this whole thing. First, what I'm going to do is go back to my extra elements composition, and I see some things that are not correct. I see these lines here; they are moving in front of the flames, and also they stop moving at one point. So I'm going to open the torch, this one here, and let's see these lines. They have this position keyframe, but they just copied them and they just stop right there. So first off, let's go add a loop out expression to that. So alt click or option click on your stopwatch here and type loop out with capital O. Okay, copy that, and we're gonna do that. Oops, paste them on all of these. So they all loop out from this endpoint, so they just keep going. And just press U to close it up, and then I'm going to send them back above my light here. So that's okay, and I think I duplicated this torch, right? So yeah, they should be. Oh, one isn't moving, I see. What's that? Lines, hello. Right, oh, I see what I did there. Command V. By the way, if you select all of your layers with expressions on them, and then you press double E on your keyboard, it opens all of the expressions. So, alright, that is fixed. Anything else that needs fixing when we look back at this? Yeah, the timing of this estimated 2019 can be more the same with these other elements. Together with these other ones, timing just right. Okay, great, cool. Now let's go. Let's close this up. Go to our main character. We're going to animate this one today. So what we have here are a lot of layers. All of these. Other layers which are hidden right now, and if I click this button, there you go, I don't see them. I have the crown. Let's just run through all of these. I have my horn left, horn right, the whole face with all of these different elements, and the color here. I have this ball elements around it, the sword, the handle of the sword, the blade itself, and this sword top part here. We have his fingers on the right, all four of them, and the thumb, and on the left and the thumb. We have the arm parts on the left, and the cloth and all those stuff, and the bones, and also on the right. And then we have these horns here, different horns, and we have the bottom shape and the main shape of that thing. So that's it. So let's start with this thing here. What I want to do is I want to turn this thing around and then just reveal this kind of shoulder pad behind it. So I'm going to first set my anchor point somewhere around here, I think, so I can rotate it like this. Yeah. R, rotation, and then let's set it to minus 90, I think. No, plus 90, to make it go perfectly up, straight, and then that goes down. Yeah. All right, and we're going to get some easing going here with my plugin Flow, how you recommend it. Alright, and I'm going to open this up, go to my contents. No, I'm just going to scale it, by the way. Let's just turn this off, so I only want to scale this part here. Put it at 0. Let's see what this does right now. Let's single this one out. Oh, that's really ugly. I'm going to give this another easing, something like this more. Make it start a bit slow. Yeah, like that. And it can be a bit faster even. I think I wanted to like move down quickly, just like stomp on the floor when it lands. Yeah, exactly. So you can even do that a bit faster, I think. Yeah, I think that's better. All right. And now I want to I'm going to put my anchor point right here in the corner, and I can do that just by with the eye. But what I can also use is my Motion 2 plugin, and click this button here, or I have this Move Anchor Point plugin right here, which I use, and then it moves it directly to that point. So I can rotate this as well. But first I'm going to parent the horns to that shape first. And the bottom shape, I'm going to place it above this. So this one will rotate with the same speed as this rotation. So I'm going to put it here, no, at the end here. And then at this point, I want this to be right there. Just holding shift for perfect 90-degree rotation. And give this the same, I can actually, let's say I have made some easing stuff, all of these, and I want to know what this ease is. So I can go in here and I can try to recreate this. But what I can do is select these and I click this button here, and it will copy the same easing here to my flow plugin. So when I select these keyframes and I can click apply, then it has the exact same movement, but it's not perfectly connected like that. Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to need to mask this thing out, and I'm going to do that with this thingy here. Just create a shape, a rough shape, call that matte, and I'm going to none, and just go to my main shape, and then go to my track matte, and then alpha matte. So now it's only visible within that shape. So like that. Okay. Cut this off here. See how that looks. Okay, and now I'm going to animate these horns. Just lock that and that. And just first move the anchor points somewhere here, so I can maybe have this bounce around a little bit. Maybe a bit more here. No, better over there. And the same with this thing. Oh, it's already okay. You here and you there and you there. Okay, and now I can go to all of these and go to rotation, and then put these keyframes a bit further, and then maybe because they are going, so this one needs to let's see, when it moves down it needs to be this way, and then it needs to bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, okay, go like that. So it needs to be a little bit to the side here, and all of these as well. This one a little bit. Let's move it down a bit. So like that, and give them some excite with my motion plugin. Okay. Nice. Now let's go for timing. Like this. I don't really like this stomping down of the shape, by the way. So I'm going to alter this this easing. Oh, it's locked. This easing here to this one. I did like that a bit better. Open it up and down. Yeah, and maybe it can be a bit later as well. That can take longer, that's what it is. Oops. Move this in. Okay. And then these things need to move at the correct time. A bit later. So when they come down, they need to move. Yeah, exactly. Now just give this some offset so they don't all move in the same speed or the same time. Yeah, exactly. Now I need to give this a position or maybe a scale. Let's give this a scale to make them appear. Right, like that. 0. Cut them off. Maybe this easing doesn't really matter, I think. Yeah, just a bit later though. Okay, I'm gonna cut these layers off. Let's see, this one is fine right there. And this one is fine right there. This one needs to only appear at this part here, so maybe put the scale back a little bit. and this over here, that's fine, and this one there. Oops. Yep. I can see the shape here. That I don't want that. I wanted to cut this one off as well. Something like that. Okay. Nice. All right, cool. So I'm going to select all of them. This bottom shape. I'm going to cut a layer off as well. Also remember to cut off your layers. I'm doing that by Option and then in bracket, and when I stand somewhere else and I hold Option and bracket, it cuts the layer off from the end there. So just do that so you don't get confused on how long your when your keyframes are, because now I know my keyframe starts at this very first point of this shape here. Just to keep it nice and tidy, of course. Let's call this shoulder pad. All right. Where are my switches? Right there. All right, cool. And then we can copy this, of course. I'm going to put the anchor point. No, it can stay there, because when I can duplicate this, right click and go to transform horizontal. Boom, it's in the exact right spot. I think. Let's check just to be sure. Yeah, that's fine. Nice. Turn this one off again. Where are you? Oh, yeah, I can go here, of course. Yeah. All right, nice. So the shoulder pads are done. Really cool. Maybe give it some offset as well, of course. A couple frames. Okay, let's put them away. Put them at the bottom here and lock them. So we're done with them for now. And then this main guy, the rest of them, what I think I want to do, because this shape, this FC Underworld shape, let's go to our main shape here, that moves, go to the beginning, this one moves up. So this one like, oh, this one goes up, and the shape reveals itself. So it's saying that this character can also come from the underworld and move up here. So what we're going to do is, let's see, I think that this whole thing can just come up, down, and up, but also I want some elements to grow in, of course. I just don't want to give this all position and we're done with it. But I think we're going to start with this sword and have this ball and all of these things and these arms and these hands attached to that sword, and then move them individually a little bit. So yeah, let's do that. So let's just take this sword here and single that one out. No, we're going to select our other stuff and turn them off, which is better. Just our color and our head and all of that. Yeah, unlock that. All right, so let's go to our sword handle. I don't know what it's called. Sword. Oh yeah, these are different shapes. This is like the shadow behind, and I make them separate layers. Just I have enough room to play with right here. I'm going to parent them to the main sword element. So this will be my movement. So all the things, I'm going to attach all the things to that. Okay, let's see. So my blade and my sword top. So the sword top can be parented to sword 3 as well, and my blade to my sword top. So if I move my, let's call this sword main, and then everything attaches to that. I'm going to make this, oh, this is longer already. Yeah, I just wanted to make this longer a little bit, because of what I think I want to do is move this whole thing up and then have the hands go up a bit and then slam the sword down, which could be a really cool effect. All right, so we're going to, let's see, parent all of the rest. So the fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and thumb. I'm not going to parent them to this sword. Yeah, well, I will parent them to the sword. So they move all along, but I'm going to give them some their own movement as well. Where are they? Yeah, and just to the sword main as well. And then this is all of these elements. Yeah, let's just parent them all to the sword main for now and just see where that takes us, if that is the right option. Sword main. And then we have these other stuff, arm right. Yeah, let's just to the sword main. So everything to the sort main ball elements. You know, why not? Let's do that. Just everything to the main sort, and then we can sort it out later. Position, right? Put that there, and then just place that down here somewhere. I think like this. And yeah, like that. That's nice. We're done. Or not. Maybe I have this go move up fast. Oh, it takes a really long time. Like this. Yeah, I like that. I like that movement. We can always change this movement later on when we know what the speed of this whole thing is. But for now, this looks good. The ball is popping out here, but I'm going to animate that separately. Let's do that first, though. Maybe have this ball scaled up, and I'm going to, when I scale it now, it scales from the middle, but I think I want to scale it from here, just maybe a bit lower, and if I scale it now, then it scales to that point, so it also gets a position as well. So let's go to scale, get a keyframe going, and then put it at 0, cut the layer off, give this some easing, and then give this some rotation as well, and rotate this. Oh yeah, of course. Now I wanted to rotate from itself, but now it's parented to the anchor point is there, so now it rotates from that point. So we're going to move the anchor point back to the middle of the shape, and then use position just to make it come up. But I want to make this turn around a little bit with some excite on it. Something like this, I think. Oh, a bit less. Turn it back a bit. Alright, and then add some position as well. Position, please. Place that down here. Give this the same. And I think the rotation can be later now. And I think this whole thing can go a bit faster. Nice, okay. Then we're going to have these things pop out. Position. Just keep this fairly simple. Just place them over there. Cut those layers off and give them some position. This can be a bit faster as well. And then these can just kind of, yeah, let's also give them a position a little bit, just to about there, and cut them off as well, and also give them a scale like that. Okay. This is the first one, the second one is there. Okay, let's make this one go faster, first, sorry. Just that offset again, not too much. Let's play with this. Yep, nice. It's a bit too late. Okay, and now I'm going to parent all of these elements. Call that ball elements. And I'm going to give this a mask. Oh, I parented them to my sort main, which I should not do, because when I pre-comp it, then they disappear. So just put the parenting to none, then pre-comp them to ball elements, and then I can comp them to my sort main again. And I'm going to, because now it moves in and on around this ball, so I want to give this an ellipse mask. So I'm going to draw a mask from there, like right about there, and I only want this to be visible outside of this mask. So I'm going to the mask options and go to add here and go to subtract, and then now it's only visible from there. So when it goes quick, then that looks good. And I'm going to place this right here. Yeah. All right, great. Duplicate that. Right click, transform horizontal. There you go. like a frame further. Nice. All right. So that are the ball elements. And now let's see what we've got now. So this ball, so this main sword is moving up. Where is it? Right there. So it's moving up, and then I want the ball to appear right there somewhere. And this is going not fast enough for my taste right now. Alright, cool. Alright, nice. So this shape, let's see how we can animate this shape. If I'm going to move my shape layers, then I get this whole weird crazy thing going. So I'm going to do is actually a really simple thing here, is I'm going to make a stroke like this, fill off, and I want this stroke to be, I don't know, red, it's okay. Make this big enough like that. Actually needs to have the color of this thing. And let's call this, where is it? My shape layer 1. I'm going to put that above this sword top here. And no, below it actually. And this sword top, let's just give this another color here. This is going to be our mask for this shape layer. This is going to go new short top, and this will be our mat. So I'm going to go to trim paths and start and end right there, and then this will go to 50 and to 50. So now it will grow out from the middle, and cut that off, and this thing as well, and then just select the alpha mat for this stroke, and now it's nice like that. And then some easing, of course. I think we can go with a different one and a bit slower. Let's go with this one. And then cut it off a little bit so I don't see that first thingy there. Like that. Alright, and then I think I want to, this blade, I want this to move. Let's see what this animation is right now. So everything moves up, and then I want this thing to start here. Somewhere, where is it? Hello? Oh, this this thing needs to be parented to the sword main as well, of course. Okay, so this one moves up, and then right here I want the shape to start growing out, like that. And then it can go a bit faster actually. So I think the same easing as before. Nice. Alright, and then have this sword, this blade, maybe move down a little bit. So position, make it start up there, which will look good. I think this will look good. Give this some easing as well. Like a little tiny movement in there. I'm gonna mask this out, of course. So, and let's just parent this to our sword top, by the way. And I'm going to yeah, let's make a matte, not a mask, but a matte layer. Oop, and then from there to there, and it will be visible within this shape. And this is our matte, matty. Place that above our blade and parent this to our sword top and put it on alpha matte. Boom. So a bit later here. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe move this in a little bit. Out. Yeah. Nice. Maybe if I put that later a little bit even more. Yeah, we get some nice semi-parallax effect going. Not too much though. No, maybe just put it at the same. Cool. All right, nice. So this is good. But first I want to go to my sword main and have this position. I want this thing to move like up and then maybe put the sword down. So this will be the main position, the last position. But first I want it to go up a bit. So I copy this keyframe and then put it up a bit. No, just wait. Let's do it like this. Like let's see. Wait. Copy this keyframe to there. And then here I want it to move, yeah, let's do it like that. I want this to move up. And I want this keyframe to, I want it to wait a second maybe. Or a few frames, I mean. Yeah. And then this one can go like that. So now it goes up and then poof. And we can make it even faster, I think. Nice. Yeah. That's great, and then everything needs to move accordingly, of course. So now, let's see, let's give this some movement here. I'm going to parent all of this cloth and this stuff, no, not this stuff, the cloth to this, to these bones here. Where are you? Bones. Parent this one to there, and then it can like wiggle a little bit. Yeah, and this one as well. Let's parent this one to this, or let's put it there. Parent these ones to our bones there, and then these bones go to rotation, and then when they move, I want to give them a little bit of rotation when they're moving up. So let's just make a keyframe first to remember our final position, and then let's see, let's move this down a little bit, and this one as well. So I want it to move up, and then the final position needs to be here. Move up, and then I need them to go down a little bit here, and move up again. Oh, up. Let's play with the timing here. This needs to be earlier. Oh no, needs to be later. Yeah, and then this one needs to be nice. Okay, maybe a bit further even, just to keep it nice and steady. Yeah, nice. Okay, so now let's give all of these things their own little rotation effect. So I'm going to put this one there, like a little bit like that, and this one, whoop, right there, and this one right there. Put this one here as well, so this can rotate a bit, and this can rotate a little bit. Okay, nice. And let's do the same thing with these thingies. Okay, so they can rotate like that. And I want to parent the cloth 2 to the 3 and the 1 to the 2. And the same here as well. 2 to the number 1 and the 3 to the number 2. So now when this thing moves, they all move along with it. So I can do it like that, which looks nice. So give this some rotation as well. And we're going to use the plugin motion, of course, as well. Again, so position for those ones. Move them back a little bit, and let's see, I want to start them off here as well. So I want to begin at the normal position and then end it there, and then they need to kind of fly out a little bit, I think. I'm always hoping that whatever I'm doing at the moment will look good later on. I don't know if everything that I think of works. Let's get the timing right first. Yeah, that's like not not at all. Maybe there. no, maybe I think when it lands. Like that. Yeah, and then let this one go first, and then let's put these like one frame further, and this one 2. Yeah, and the same here. This one first. No, this one is it? Yeah, and then after that, this one frame and these 2 frames. Okay, and now so let's see if they need to move at all of them. I think they could go a bit earlier. It's too much. Too much as well. Yeah, something like that. And what I don't like is that you see these gaps forming here. So I'm going to alter this shape a bit and move this, or move this point in here. Maybe this one as well a little bit. And this one as well. So I'm altering the design a little bit here just for the animation's sake. So it looks a bit better like that, yeah. Now it looks like one shape, more like one shape, and not these different little elements. So now with this, I'm happy with that cloth animation. It's not a real cloth animation, of course, but it does the job. Let's make this short a little longer. Whoop, like that. So it doesn't go over this banner here. Nice, okay. That looks good. And maybe we'll have these fingers here. And this thumb. Let's all parent these to the top finger. So to that. And these ones as well. To the top finger. So we have this one and this one, right? Yeah. And let's give that some position. So when this one thing moves up, let's copy the keyframe there, and then in the meanwhile I want this to move up a bit maybe. Yeah, but that means that the hands need to maybe be parented to those fingers as well. Let's try that. So this one I'm going to parent to my this shape, and this is my fingers, right? Layer 21. So select this, go to my and then go to 21 there. And this needs to be parented to this one, which is layer number 16. I'm sorry if you can hear it, but it's my dishwasher in the back. I'm sorry, I'm working at home right now. This one, was it 16? Yeah, there's a little bit of extra movement there. Oh, where is my position? Oh, I didn't give him any position. All right. Yeah, I did. Oh, there they are. Oh, I moved them. I'm sorry. Like, what is going on? Yeah, that's enough, I think, for now. Let's just cut all these layers off right here though. Okay, great. Now we're going to go back to our shoulder pads. Let's open those ones up again and put them back here. Just put them on top. And we're going to parent them to our main sword as well. Where is it? Sword main. To have them move with this whole thing. Maybe they can start a bit later then. Let's just have them like land down when the sword goes down as well. Let's see. There. Offset it, maybe offset one frame less. No, that needs to be first there, and then I think I can go back in here and make this thing go back to that one again. The other, yeah, exactly. Oops, rotation. Let's go. Just press U to open all your keyframes. This one needs to have this as well. Ooh, I do like that though now. And then all these thingies need to be a bit later. Okay, so now they are moving harshly down, so I can move him a bit earlier than, like here maybe. No, a bit faster. Get this timing right. Nice. Maybe at the same time then. No offset. No, I like the offset. Alright, great. Maybe have them move down a bit as well. So when this main sword position goes down, then these two go down a little bit as well. Let's just have them start a bit higher than they are and give them some... oh, you know what? I have a great idea here. Put this back and then go to my anchor point tool right there and put this anchor point in here. Where is this one? This as well. And I'm going to give this some rotation and excite, so they can, when they move up, they need to move down here. So now I'm going to do that a little bit. Yeah, let's just give that some excite. Boom. Excite makes everything, almost everything, instantly better. Let's just make this -3 and +3, not too much rotation. Yeah, exactly. Now it has some more organic feeling to it, not so rigid, because you know it's padding for some bones, so shouldn't be all that stable on his body there. Okay, well, let's go to the head. Let's make this. Let's bring this home. Let's see. Unlock all of that and open all of that, and it's our whole face. And let's see what we have here. We have this shape and this shape, and this thing and this thing. I think what I want to do is move them out a little bit. So give them a position. Let's just put them below the color. Position, and let's have them start 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just make them start there. Easing. Okay, something like that. I don't know. Let's see what works. What would work? Let's see what we can do with this. We're going to make a null here, layer new null object. Where is it? There you are. And I'm gonna call this, oops, don't open it, rename it to color scale. Alright, and I'm going to go place that on above my color, and the small ones parent that to this one, and scale this down like that. Yep, to 0, and then open this up. I'm gonna go for earlier. Maybe attach these two or these big ones to the null as well. Okay. Oh. Like some more subtle easing there. Okay, a bit earlier. Okay, I'm gonna try something. Let's add an effect here. Let's search for CC Bend It. It's under your this distort CC Bend It. Put it on there, and then put the start position right there and the end position right there. And then what we can do is bend this shape a little bit, like it got some movement going there. So let's make a keyframe there and open this up here, and maybe have this like go -2, and then maybe go to 4, and then back to 0. Let's try that. How that looks. Can I give this some excite though? I don't know if that works. Maybe it does. No, it doesn't work. Sometimes with some effects it doesn't work. So now I need to do this manually. So let's call this, put that back here. Let's make this then -1, and then 0.5, and then 0. Give this some easy ease. Okay, this needs to be a bit later. That looks nice. That's cool. You can see this little gap here because it's moving open, of course. Let's just put that out a little bit and do the same with this one, because we're going to add the same effect to the left color. Let's go to CC help, CC bandit, apply that. Our start right there, and our end point. Our end point is right there. Make a keyframe for that, and then open this up. And this is the last position. This is like 0, and this, well, we started at -2, so that's, in this case it's 2 because it's in the opposite direction. Then it is what is it here? 4. So that is then -4, and here it would be 1, and here it would be -0.5, and then back to 0. Give that some easing, and then of course offset it again with a frame. That looks nice. Yeah, now it kind of pops up from out of nowhere. Maybe we can give this some scaling as well. I don't know if it will break the CC bandit effect. No, it won't. But it does break our position. So select both. We need the anchor point to be right there. So select both of these points, and then I'm going to put the anchor point there. And scale this down to, like, say maybe 20%, or just make it 0. Let's see how we can animate this thing then. That could be, yeah, nice. Let's just move this whole thing. Oh, great. That's a nice. Yeah, that's fine. All right, then we'll have these do chin thingies. Let's give them some position from down there. Okay. Place them there. A bit more offset. Nice, and we're going to parent this mouth and nose. What's this forehead thing? Oh, the mouth, nose, forehead to our face, the eye, and the pupil and the shadow. Let's call the pupil and the shadow. That's parented to the eye, and the eye to the face, and the horns to the face as well. So now if I move this face, everything moves. All right, let's see what can we do with this face. Maybe it can. Yeah, we can just. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a simple scale here, because this already takes like 10 hours right now. So I'm going to go to my face, position. This one can go get a scale from this point here, and this one from this point. let's see. No, the mouth is actually, let's not give that a scale. It's positioned to this face, so the face will do all the scaling for us. Right, so I'm going to scale this to 0. And everything scales along with it, of course. And then, yeah, nice. And then give that some position when it scales. Can go lower than that. And then maybe a bit of rotation. We're gonna, yeah, let's give this some rotation as well. So rotate this a little bit like that, and then give that some excite. See how that works. No, I want to rotate it from a different point, and my thingy is there. So let's delete the position, and then first move this thing down, rotation and position, and the position, it needs to go down here, and the rotation can go way over like that. I think that would be nice. Let's see how this looks. That's too much. I think that's better. Then we can go a bit faster. And then maybe the rotation is a bit too much though, like make -10 and less instead of 15. That's too fast again. It's a trial and error game, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's move it further earlier in time. Okay, I think the position can go more. Nice, yeah, that's cool. Great. Then you already know what we're going to do with these horns, of course. I'm going to put the anchor point over there and put this over there. Make this a bit. No, that I want this point, that one. Yeah, because now I can rotate this like that a little bit. And the same thing with this shape here. I want this to, yeah, like that. So the horns, rotation, and let's move them. Oops. Oh, where is the key? Yeah, it needs to be there, of course. Let's put it there, and this one as well, and then move this down like that. That would be enough. Cut them off and give it some excite. There's some great timing there. Okay, nice. And then let's maybe have them. Let's see what the timing should be. It should be around there. Yeah, so now they kind of bounce, move individually from his face, which is nice. Yeah, cool. So give them some position maybe. Like that. Yeah, nice. So they move out a little bit as well. Okay, cool. Now this nose, we don't need to animate that, of course. This little thingy here, you know, let's go. Why not? Huh? This tutorial already taking way too long. No, let's go to my. Let's make it even longer while we're at it. like that. There you go. Animate that. Boom. Boosh. Wow, this nice triangle from your forehead, man. Got some animation. Really nice. Okay, let's see what we can do with this mouth here. I think it just needs to open once. That is fine. Like it needs to then open up. Yeah, so I'm going to go a bit further in my timeline so I don't get this little bouncy effect from the excite. Just to be sure to make everything go straight. And let's say it starts closed like that. Yeah, it moves down. Right. Yeah, the timing was okay. So let's make it open up while it's. Yeah. Okay, nice. And then this crown. Let's make this really simple. And what's this? Oh, this nose. Yeah, let's just cut that off right there. Okay, and this crown, we're going to just animate it from the top down, falling on his head and like bouncing up a little bit. So I'm going to put the anchor point here, I think. Yeah, and I'm going to go to position and then go back to position here and just move it up a bit. And I'm going to give this some easing here, so it now kind of goes fast and it lands. And then select this last keyframe, the second one here, and then go to my Motion 2 plugin again. Just I really highly recommend you buy this, and then go to jump, click jump once, and then this will bounce. Oh wait, of course, I'm sorry, I cannot have any easing on that. So this bounces, which is way too much. So I'm going to put this, let's see that the stretch at 30, the gravity should be more, so 15, and max jumps can be 4. Let's see what that does. Yeah, and then it can fall in a bit quicker. Okay. And then give this some rotation as well. So Shift R to also open your rotation properties, and give this a keyframe and make this like that. Okay, great. Now let's go time this whole thing. Let's see. I think we're almost done here, guys. Oh, the eye, of course. I forgot the eye. Well, let's just not do anything with that because that takes way too long. Doesn't really have to as well. When it just grows in with this thing, it's actually kind of fine. So let's call this eye, pre-comp it, call it eye, duplicate it, and then transform it horizontally. Whoops, don't need to open it. All right, so like that. That is fine. You can of course add animation to it, but for now it's not needed. Parent to the face, and then we are done with this face. Let's see the whole face here. Is that all of this? These elements. Let's call this face or head. Okay, and move this down there. Okay, maybe we can parent this to our main sword thingy again. Let's see how that looks, because then it will move up with that thing. Maybe a bit later. We do have some problems with this banded effect here, I see, when it moves up. So maybe if I can put the endpoint there. And for this one as well, I think that should do it, maybe. Yeah. It makes the bounce a little bit heavy in the banded effect, but now it's visible, so I can change it later on to make it more pronounced, that bounce. Let's go give this head some movement as well in the whole thing. So put the anchor point right there somewhere. Give this some position and rotation as well. So when this sword main moves down, let's give this some, let's see, let's make start there, and then maybe we can make this go up a little bit, and rotation, give this some excite. No, give them all both a little bit of excitement, so it's a little bit bouncy. And let's actually copy this one there, so the rotation goes from side to side a little bit, and I think the rotation can go, well, it can go a bit slower. What we're going to do now is select all of this. Now let's see, let's delete all of these guide layers. We don't need them anymore. So this is the whole character, and we're going to go to our main character and then cut this and then place that in this comp here, and go to our extra elements and place that in here as well. Right, like that. So now everything is in one composition. So let's just give this some masking, and I'm going to do that with a set matte effect, because why not? Set matte, go to this channel, set matte, and I need this shape big 2, the brown one, to be the set matte. So just instead of just duplicating this, placing it above our main character, and then going to the alpha matte, I can also use the set matte effect, and I go to take matte from layer, and that was the shape big 02. So now it's only visible within that thing. Oh, and that's of course over there. So let's see, we can put our main character below our banner effect. No, actually let's change it of course to the 12 matte. So now it's visible within that, and then place it down our banner small. So now it's only visible right there, and then just let's cut this thing off right there so it moves up. Nice, okay, I think that looks good. I like it that the crown kind of goes in front of this, in front of the shape instead of inside the mask, like that. Really nice. Let's see something. Oh, yeah, let's cut it off right there. So let's tidy this up a little bit. Okay, I'm done tidying up here. I just removed the set matte effect, by the way, from this shape. I didn't like how it worked. It was way easier just to make a big mask, because it only needs to be visible up here in this brown shape, and I like that when it moves up, these little horns kind of point out a little bit. So one one mask was enough for that. So let's see what this final thing looks like. I'm pretty happy with that. That looks really nice. It's a nice animation of a badge logo. What I see now is that in my main character, I think that this thing needs to be duplicated. Whoops. Arm left needs to be Command D, and then right click, transform, flip horizontal, and place that here, like there. I deleted that earlier, so now it is done. So yeah, I quite like that. Takes a lot of time to animate something relatively small like this, but yeah, it turned out great in the end. I hope you learned some new effects from this, or some new styles of animating, or some new tips or tricks. It was a really long one. I'm really sorry for that, or maybe you guys like that, I don't know. Please let me know in the comments if you would like more of these really long deep dive animation videos. Thank you so much to Trey Ingram for this lovely piece of artwork here. I loved animating this. I think it looks really cool. So when you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would much appreciate it, or even consider subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next tutorial on Camp Keyframe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.